Activate Kruger. I have a situation here.
Fuck that. I don't need your money. I don't need your bullshit.
You need me back on Earth, huh? You need me! I'm a made man, and there's no way in hell I'm going back to Earth. You need me. I don't need you!
It's just a flesh wound! I will find you! I will hunt you down!
Fucking Kruger's face explodes.
So we're talking about Elysium. We're not going to have any spoilers or language in this review.
Our opening debut, actually. This is actually the first video that they will see of us. This review would be, you know, for people who want to go out and see the movie that just came out.
If there's only one movie you see this summer, make it this movie.
We have seen all the movies within this year. This isn't just shit, oh, this movie was awesome. Oh, I said shit, I don't want to use swear words. This isn't just a review from guys that are saying, yeah, explosions, it was awesome. No, this is a deep action movie. This is the real deal. If you want to keep your brains on, this is the movie. If you just want to see explosions and cool, awesome effects, this is the movie. If you like characters that aren't cardboard cutouts, this is your movie.
This movie, in my opinion, surpasses District 9 by a little bit, but still a significant bit. This is an A movie, in my opinion. I don't give A's lightly. I've probably given about 12 A's in my entire lifetime.
An A for me as well. If I was to compare it to another movie of the same quality, it would be The Dark Knight.
Also, it is an R-rated movie. That's not to be taken lightly. Kids should not see this movie.
If you are a kid and your parent is taking you to see this movie, don't argue with them. Just let it happen.
We can't stop you, but we're not encouraging it.
Yeah, we do not encourage underage movie watching. We practice that ourselves, or have in the past.
The characters are all really well done. You've got Matt Damon, Jodie Foster.
Oh, damn it, Copley. What is it? Colto Copley? That guy from District 9, Johnny Cop.
You have Max and Kruger. They basically want the same thing, yet they are mortal enemies.
Kruger is basically Max's antithesis. They live in the same shithole, they're going after the same thing, and they're on a spectrum of line what Max would have been like if certain things happened to him. That's Kruger. And Max is on this other line. And then they clash. And it's very satisfying when they do.
Because not every clash ends up with them fighting.
For instance, around the middle of the movie or so, where Max, he just wants to get to Elysium. He goes to him and he's like, alright, let's go. And Kruger's like, oh, come on, man, come in my ship, meet the guys, okay, we're good. They don't have like a giant cockfight. Oh, I hate you, but I have to take you in because that's my job. They want the same thing, and this is obviously going to lead both of them to what they want, except they're probably gonna fuck each other around right when they get there.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Another example would be the scene when they're in the ship and they crash and Kruger's face fucking explodes. Usually in a scene like that, that grenade would have hit one of the cronies and he would have died and nobody would have given a shit because the main antagonist would be so badass. But in this, you see fucking Kruger's head explode and your mind blows too because you're like, wait a second, he's the antagonist.
Yeah, I thought it was a real quick cut and it wasn't Kruger, it was one of his cronies, but no.
And then the cronies kick Max's ass. They're actually useful. They actually beat the shit out of Max and capture him.
You would think that within that scene, Max looks like he has the perfect chance to escape, but he can't escape because the cronies stop him. I could see him just bolting out of that ship and being guns a-blazing, but that only happens once or twice within the movie, and it's not even him that does it.
Then, because of the plot of Elysium with that magical device that can carry everything, they bring Kruger back, and you're like, oh, that's brilliant, that's awesome. This movie allows him to do things that normally other films wouldn't be able to do.
Every character is put into a different spot in a hierarchy, as if they were steps on a pyramid. Those two closest steps conflict with each other. So, in effect, we have Max and Kruger, we have the CEO, Carlisle, we have Jodie Foster's character, and then we have the president of Elysium on top. And they're all trying to exploit each other, which ties in perfectly to the film's themes.
Even Max's love interest is trying to exploit him to help her own daughter. It really doesn't stop. Everybody has an interest to get to Elysium or to use Elysium to their own benefit. I fell in love with Kruger. That actor, relatively new, only see him in District 9 in a completely different role. He comes out as Kruger, as this fucking asshole, jackass, mercenary type, and he delivers every line with power. This is an enemy that Max needs. Any good protagonist needs a great enemy, and Kruger fucking delivers that.
And another great thing about Kruger is that we don't know his past. We can imagine it from what we're told and what we see. He's a mysterious villain, but not too mysterious. We can kind of see where he comes from. When he's discharged, those emotions that he expresses are great in our dialogue.
It really helps that he is a parallel to Max. Another great thing about Elysium, if you notice, it has no defense platform weapons on Elysium itself. When they're shooting down their ships trying to go to Elysium, Kruger takes them down from Earth. not from any space defense platforms trying to shoot down the ships on Elysium. We also see Elysium is completely open. There are no security defense platforms in order to get your ship in to pass clearance. They can just come right in and land, because that's the whole point of Elysium. It's completely free and open to people who live there. It's not a police state protected by the military to ensure peace. No, it's completely peaceful. Elysium is. Planet Earth is fucked. Elysium is not.
This perfectly ties into the themes because we've got the theme of freedom in Elysium. Space is very free out there. It's a gated community, but it's right next to Earth. The only border is the space border between the two worlds. And if that's breached, then there's nothing to stop ships from coming in.
For instance, when Kruger and Max crash on Elysium, and Elysium is chaos, shit, we got intruders, and then Spider comes along, just fucking lands right in there. In other movies, this would be a huge fucking plot hole. How did he get past the security defenses? No, in Elysium, it's completely understandable. There's no security barriers within Elysium, so Spider can just roll up in there.
Same with Max. His whole goal in life was achieved through the use of the antagonist. I looked at some critics who reviewed this movie, and they gave it really low scores, like negative reviews. And those same critics, who I will not name, gave Star Trek Into Darkness hundreds, 90s, A reviews.
Fucking idiots.
They give Elysium D's, Star Trek A's. These critics should be ashamed of themselves. They should not even be allowed to call themselves critics. They are failures.
And they probably graduated college.
This movie is an A movie. There's no way you're giving it a D. I'm calling these people out because this is bullshit.
If you fucking paid attention, you would understand the brilliance of what Elysium is accomplishing. You would fucking see it.
It's prejudice against this director. It's prejudice against the themes of this movie. I could easily see how the right wing would hate this movie. We've got inequality, class warfare, illegal immigration. This movie's message comes from a very leftist perspective. So I think it's pretty clear that these people are conservative, that just hate this movie because of its theme. They don't actually give it any credit. Now, Star Trek had racism in it, but that didn't seem to stop these people. Dislike this video if you want Hollywood to make another shitty sequel.
Like this video if you think we should have Elysium in this world.
Share, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want.
We don't care.
Yeah, no.